this is where it just turned.
See the oil, bro.
No, but nothing's sweating up.
No, there is, it's heat.
The Mazda RX7 Batmobile, forged in the 1980s in the heart of Mazda herself. The production of these cars, although built for the street, they had beautiful curves, and which makes this car elegant. With a short wheelbase, it was perfect to turn into an epic race car. Today I'm taking you on tour with Repco. We're going to look into what happened with the RX7 and the build process. You got to see it on last week's episode where Cole and I battled for the Race Lab fastest lap. This car has had some challenges, and here's where it all began. At the track, where I nearly crashed it. And then in my second race, the same day, I blew the engine. At that point, we were starting from scratch. With the show only 30 days before commencement, we were a little worried that we weren't going to make it. So we got the car, we took it straight to Race Lab. At that point, we needed to be done in 20 days. That is not a lot of time. The fabrication process started and they nailed it. It was a lot of work trying to fit in a Hollinger RD6 sequential gearbox. We're fitting in Billet, EFI hardware throttle bodies. We're putting in a 3-rotor peripheral ported engine because we wanted it to be exciting. Imagine a Formula One car with a shotgun. We still wanted it to be safe, so we ran some Nexon 265 semis at the rear, 245 semis at the front. Now they're softer compound, which means when you're at the track, you can get more traction, more grip, which makes the car a whole lot more safer, and it makes it more comfortable for when the guests, especially the celebrities, are sitting in the car who have never done any race car driving before. Once the fabrication process was finished at Race Lab, we were off to ST High Tech, where my man Boomer was tuning the car. Everything was on song, sounding exactly how it should be. Until we went to the track. And this is where it just turned to
Oh no. See, and this is what happens when Cole's running pit crew for me.
So we're driving the car, we're day one of testing, everything looked like it was going well.
Bro, something's wrong with this car.
Oil started breathing heavily out of the oil breather, and it was to the point that it started to sometimes sound like it was only running on 2 rotors. When we dismantled the engine, we realized that the rotors are being pushed against the opposing housing, causing heaps of damage. We weren't too sure what the problem was at that point, and we pulled in all our partners. So Chris Mann built the engine down in Hamilton, and at that point we just had him, we had the tuner, we had Race Lab, we were in one room, and we're just like, what's going on? We got Boomer to build the engine at ST High Tech. So we put the engine together, he was comfortable, we went back to the track, exactly the same thing happened.
See the oil, bro.
No, but nothing's sweating up.
No, there is, it's heat.
So now we can rule out any human error. This is a mechanical problem. We pulled the engine apart again and realised something's not right with the billet plate. We are way behind schedule now. We are very much coming close to film time, and we're behind. And this is what was stressing us out. So at the end of engine 2, I did the only thing that I could possibly think of doing, and I ripped apart my RX4 engine and took the fat plate out of that. We went back to standard OEM Mazda factory. And finally, the show could go back on. We're looking at a car that we've now built. We've got a 20B PP. It's fast, it's grunty, it does everything that it's supposed to do. We needed to go into testing with it. We're lucky enough we had Greg Murphy that came and did some testing as well with us and ticked the box saying, this car's awesome. We finally got it to the point where it's me. And the features of this car are epic. Hollinger RD6 sequential gearbox, just plucking those gears, billet throttle body, 20B. From there, we have an external water pump. Cooling was a huge big thing. Rotaries have a tendency to always get hot. So we're running dual Phoenix oil coolers with a single Phoenix radiator. And the whole system is controlled by Elite 2500 Haltech ECU, which has saved our ass with this car because the data that it's pulling from the engine tells us everything that we need to know to keep the car safe. That was vital for the longevity and reliability of the car. And since then, it's on song.